Hello, no one, and welcome back to the return of the Obra Dinn. In the last video, I fucked up. We're not going to talk about it. In this video... Shut up! In this video, we are going to be doing pretty much what we've always been doing. You know, whittling down fates, whittling down identities, whittling down my will to live. Which it didn't exist in the first place, but apparently that's still possible. Well, at least life thinks so. In this video, we'll be following two leads, the first of which will only really solve one guy's identity, most likely. The second of which will probably get us quite a few more. The first man is that of number 37, Timothy Buttermint? A Scottish guy. He has a tattoo on his right arm, that of a woman. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that one, but I'm not entirely sure if we're actually going to be able to find that easily. The second of which is that of number 47, which is Alexei Toprov? I don't know, some guy that's from Russia. He has a pipe that, I don't know the actual name of that type of pipe, but basically Sherlock Holmes pipe. You all know instantly what I'm talking about. And we're going to see if we can find either of these guys. Specifically, I want to try and get 47. Because he's going to help determine the identity for the two other Russians that were next to him. That being these two guys here, and this guy right here. Don't know which one is Alexei, but hopefully we'll find out. Now, as for the memory that we'd want to go to, I'm thinking we probably want to go to one of the earliest memories that have a lot of people. Specifically... This is a good contender for the first one. Basically, we want to go with a memory that'll have, one, the Russians in it, but two, we'll have a lot of people in it, so we can try and determine who Timothy is as well. But I'm going to say we try to get the Russians first and worry about that other stuff later. This would be the lowest deck, so let us head down. Down, down, down by the... God, that's a mood killer. Now, we need to try and find... Oh, I never actually acknowledged this, but these guys have been on the ship since the very beginning, so that's something to keep in mind. That is not one of the Russians. You... Have I determined? Yeah, that's Saeed. I thought he looked familiar. He's one of the Russians, but we don't exactly know if he has a pipe. You're the... No, you're not the carpenter. You're someone that we don't actually know. You are just a bald guy. You were in there on the front. You do not have a pipe, unfortunately. Got some guys up there that we can't... yeah, sure, game. That's who I'm looking at. When I'm going towards that guy, I'm going to the guy through the fucking floor. This game doesn't make sense 99% of the time. I don't think this memory is as good as I thought it would be. That is unfortunate. That weird little glitch thing happened again. I think it's because... Yeah, it's because of the fucking doorways where these steps are. And the steps weren't removed for that doorway, so you go up the steps as you enter the door. That is... I'm not going to say that's lazy, but I feel like that's something that probably should have been accounted for, but I don't know. Now, there is the one where the guy was being executed, where, of course, pretty much everyone is, except for these two, which are really the only ones that matter. But there are still a lot of people there, which means that there might be Timothy. Alright, we'll give that a try. Also, am I the only one that thinks Timothy is a weird name for a guy from Scotland? Is that just me? Well, Timothy in general is a weird-ass name. Just go with Tim. Fucking weirdo. Alright, we've been here once again. No, that sleeve's down quite a lot. Whoa, hold on a second. Put that fucking arm down, dude. Jesus. Oh. This is Edward Spratt. Just sort of jawing himself to death. No tattoo on that arm, but it is the right arm. No. Nothing. Doesn't look like you'd have it. Hell, I'm pretty sure we've got your identity solved. Yes, you're Milo Ferro, the butcher. No tattoo on you. I'm pretty sure you're the carpenter. Nope. Come on, game. Come on. You don't want to recognize the black dude. I see what you're doing, game. Fucking racist piece of shit. We don't have... No? Yeah, you're Lars Lind. I thought I recognized you. Well, of course, if I didn't recognize people at this point, I feel like that would be a bad thing. You have sleeves, so I can't tell if you have a tattoo. This guy's walking up. He's got sleeves as well. I'm just checking both arms just in case we might get some other identifiers, but doesn't seem we will. No, your arms are in the shadows because fuck me, I guess. Don't happen to be having a pipe while you're shooting someone. No. If you're gonna kill someone, do it with class. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get anything else here. Not really. It's kind of painful. Hopefully there's a lot more memories with a lot more people, because otherwise, I might be a bit fucked. Well, not as much as him. Or you got that guy, the other Russian. So maybe this one wouldn't be that bad. He was the guy that had his leg hanging off through the window. So let us head down. Tap, tap, tapping on the glass. Still through the window. I don't remember the lyrics, but fuck it, that's close enough for me. Alright, we've got this guy. He was the second mate. This random guy. I don't know if he was helping them, most likely. We got this guy who has the pipe. And I was most likely not laughed at because that video hasn't gone up yet. Anyways, this guy, he is, let's see, that would be 47. Lesky Toporov. That's how you do it, baby. Oh. He did burn it. Okay, that... Well then. "24 out of 60 fates." I honestly didn't think I would get this far. I'm gonna just change something in my notes. It's just saying how many we have. Absolutely correct. I guess 47, we can get him solved. I'll just do this now. There's no point in not doing that. Lesky Toporov? Or Toporov? I think it was Toporov. He drowned. But, long story short, missed. I mean, no, I didn't miss. I actually hit. Somehow. The other guy was... It being Sai? Sia? I don't know, the fucking... Not Russian dude, the Formosan king, I'm going to guess. He actually burned to death, which is not what I was expecting. I guess maybe... Well, if there's anything that is going to change, it's probably Henry Evans' fate, and he's probably going to be the one guy that expired applies to. Because currently, he's alive. But we're gonna probably see him die, so that'll probably pop up in the book and change and whatnot, so... Sorry, there's a guy that got like blown up by a powder barrel when they were fighting the Kraken, and for his fate, instead of just saying exploded, I put fucking exploded, which fitting, but I completely forgot about that somehow. Abraham Akbar, you are correct. Which I didn't have his name in my notes, which I guess that is just because I was kind of guessing with those guys, just sort of seeing what would stick, and that has stuck. Which means that I think we can determine the identity of the last Indian, potentially. But also that might mean that I missed the name of the other fate that is kind of... It's correct, but I don't know which one it is. It's weird. Anyways, going back to... Not this, actually. We want to go back to the... list. We got one Indian guy there. Zangi Sathi. I didn't notice him, which is... Unfortunately. But these guys are all correct. All four of them. We've got just one random Indian guy up here. Ship steward. Okay, that makes sense. He's not just a random seaman. Alright. Alright, now that that guy is determined, we can now go up to these two. And pretty much just sort of go back and forth on the two Russians. If we find them again. Am I being stupid? I think I'm being stupid. It's separated by an unknown. That fucking confused the shit out of me. I don't know why. Anyways, we'll say that those two are kind of correct. Since we don't know the woman that shot him, or like which woman it is, that adds another element that might get in the way of determining his correct fate. But we've at least got this guy. Actually, do we have anybody else that isn't like 100% correct, or like is 100% correct, but we just don't know how they died? Actually, maybe these two? If we change this guy's identity to the other Russian and sort of flip these two around from Emily Jackson to Miss Jane Bird, this woman to Emily Jackson. No, we're doing this again. I know, which that's kind of how you have to do it. So shut up. They're not alive in the UK. We'll say they're alive in Europe. Sort of more generalize it, because Henry Evans, I don't actually know where he is, because he's English, but when we get back on the mainland, he wants us to deliver it to the French post office in Morocco, Spain. So it's like, where the fuck is he? I don't know. But maybe one day we'll find out. Is there anybody, or is there anywhere else they could be? Most likely not. So we'll just say they're fine for now. We'll actually switch this guy around since we have switched their identities quite a lot. No. Fuck it. I'm not gonna do that for too often, or too much rather. Is there anybody else that we could probably try and find? Okay, so currently, I'm just trying to see if there's anybody that looks Scottish, but I don't actually know what they look like. So let me look up a picture. This might be a horrible regret of mine, but, you know, we'll see. Scottish. Why do I see cats immediately? What the fuck? Actually, that image kind of helps. I was about to say, all of these are just images of people. That doesn't really help me, but that one kind of helps me. It's a findable shape. I mean, it's a painting, but, you know, the face structure kind of gets me somewhere. No. We don't know how he died, though. Am I about to stretch this completely? Yes. You, sir. You shall be handed the name of Timothy Butman. You're not Timothy Butman. Okay. If this works. Okay. Granted, I don't know if we have the other two fates correctly solved, so maybe that is correct and I just won't know for a long while, but, you know. This guy, he doesn't have the tattoo. Most definitely doesn't. He disappeared, which sucks. Do we know how 37 died? No. Which means that it could be him. What other memories have you been in? I guess there's the one where the guys got spiked and whatnot, so we can try that one out. See if we can find this Timothy fellow. Unless one of you fellows happen to have it. Doesn't seem like it. You... do we have any idea who you are? No, not really. Doesn't look like you have the tattoo, because it was like right above the wrist, if I remember correctly, so we should be able to see it, although... No, that looks like the end of his sleeve is there. I mean, on this side... It could be the cuff, though. That's the thing. No, I think you can see where the cuff ends due to that weird, like, jagged mark right there. If you can kind of see where I'm pointing at with the camera. So that would be the end of the cuff. We would be able to see the tattoo, so it's definitely not him. Most likely not him. This guy, you're just sort of hanging around. Well, probably incorrect, but you know. Oh yeah, he's the guy that fucking exploded. You poor soul. This guy... He's maybe knocked out. Can't see his arm all too well. Large lens, so it doesn't matter. This guy's just sort of been hanging up there for a long while. Oh boy. Nathan Peters. What's the name in my notes? Who the fuck is Nathan Peters? That is apparently, according to me, that is the bald guy. Or, not the bald guy, but that's this guy right here. Where the fuck did I get Nathan Peters from? He was the guy that killed Lars Lind because Lars was a Dane and he was trying to get on the boat. Or not because he was a Dane, but because Lars had apparently killed his brother. That's where Nathan Peters comes from, because he's one of the two. So I should probably put that in here so I don't forget that. Nathan Peters. We don't know how he died because he's one of the guys that disappeared, so. Alright, let us see. Immediately check everybody. I don't... what is... Why are you standing still, man? Like, what the fuck is this? You see... You just saw that happen. You don't react in like, oh, you react like, yep, I'm standing here. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Anyways, no tattoo on you. We know your identity, don't we? You're the butcher? Yeah, you're James Wall. You're one of the guys. Yep. Good job, me. Speaking like a true fucking poet. You're the guy in the bottom right, yeah. No tattoo. Nothing of the sorts. Just walk through the rope. We'll ignore that. Ah, that is unfortunate. You're Lars Lind, yeah. I'm starting to recognize him now because he's in every single fucking memory. Can't see your arm. You. Doesn't look like you have a tattoo. Pain. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can actually see the tattoo in this image, because I've tried looking for it before, but there most definitely... Or I didn't find it, but there might be a little inkling of it. It's on his right arm, though. Which 90% of the fucking people have sleeves. So it's like... Is that really a good little detail to go based off of? I do not know. This is the one where the guy got slapped by the fish. There was quite a few people there. Maybe we'll see a tattoo? Maybe. You have no idea how fucking tempted I am just to say Tatao for no goddamn reason. Well, for a reason. It's because of Far Cry 3. Everybody knows that. But, like, you know, the temptation is too strong. Alright, you are covering your arm like a fucking cunt. Do we know you? No. So, therefore, you are Timothy Buteman. No. Okay. Why these guys don't just randomly have a short sleeve for one reason or another? Yeah? No? Okay. What are you pointing at? You've got his attention. What were you pointing at? The fish? The entire situation? What the fuck are you pointing at? Fucking... God damn it. Is this guy sort of just... I'm assuming that's like a running or a jogging sort of motion, but it sure as hell does not look like it. That just looks wrong. No tattoo on you. Your sleeves are up. Which sucks. I might have to just make a list of people who most definitely are not the guy. That might just be the shading. Besides, we have your identity. Yes, you're the surgeon's mate, not the... I said, but you know what? In some cases, yes, but no. I don't know if the tattoo is a good indicator for someone's identity. Like, yes, it's a very good detail to have, but I don't know if it's really one we're going to be able to see, because in instances like this, I can't see his right arm. So it's like, how well is this going to work as a detail? Not only that, but like 99% of people on this ship are wearing long sleeves. A good chunk of them would have like shadows covering them, so I wouldn't even be able to see it. It's... I don't know if it's a detail worth looking after, because I don't know if we'd be able to fucking find it. Because of that, I'm going to head back to the memory and see if I can find any other small details. I don't think there are any others, but potentially. Because this guy's arm is pretty big. So, it also looks like he's not wearing any sleeve, but that doesn't really mean anything. Any details in here? He's not wearing a shirt. Yeah, that's a fucking problem. Let's see about his face. Kinda looks like he's got a beard, I think. That might be something. Okay, so I think the man is obviously muscular, but it looks like he may have a beard. That could just be the shading, though. So let's see. There's this guy, who's clubbed by Captain Witherall. He died all the way in the beginning. I hadn't even considered him. I didn't even notice him. He was all the way in the fucking back. Don't tell me that the one fucking guy that I wasn't expecting is the guy that's actually correct. Because I swear to fuck game, if he is, I'm going to be so mad at you. Not because of my mistakes, but because... Shut up. Let's see, you. Club, no. Plus you look thin as hell. Might have been due to starvation, though. So... Okay, so I've gone through this entire thing just trying to see if there'd be anyone that might pique my interest and who's possibly Timothy, but I haven't really found anyone. The only person I've really changed here is this guy. I've changed his identity to Zungi Sathi from Unknown. He wasn't really determined before, but he's the only guy that looks like he'd be from India, and we only have one more Indian guy left on the list that isn't determined, so I think he's correct. He might not be, but that's just how it goes until we figure the rest of the shit out. I mean, I might as well switch them around. Jane Bird. Hold on a second. Ah. Miss in this spelling, M-I-S-S, is usually for people under 18. So if there was anybody that would be Miss Jane Bird, it'd most likely be her. So we'll switch them around. Let's say she's Emily Jackson instead, and instead of alive in Europe, we'll change that to alive in the UK. Same with you. No, okay, nothing has changed. Then you would have to be killed by Emily Jackson instead. And you are not Leonid Volkov, maybe. You are instead Aldecus, I think that was. And you are Leonid. No, Leonid. Whatever. It doesn't matter. There's... I don't know, I feel like I'm wasting my time by not finding something that's determined, or at least not something that proves that that's determined. I'm kind of making guesses, but that's kind of what you have to do. I'm losing my mind because of it. So because of that, I'm going to leave this video off here. We did solve a few more fates, so at least we made a little bit of progress, but kind of feels like I'm reaching a standstill, really. Don't really have any real true evidence or leads to go forward with, because I mean there's the guy with the tattoo, but most people are wearing shirts, most people are going to be in shadows where their arm isn't going to be well seen, and the tattoo wasn't as low as I thought it was. It's, I would say, a solid maybe 3 inches above the wrist, so that could be hidden by most sleeves that are a little bit rolled up, but I don't know. Well, regardless, we're gonna have to see about that another time. I'll see if I find any details while I'm editing this that might help me get somewhere, but I'm not 100% sure, so we'll figure that out next time. As for this, I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope to catch you in the next video, whenever and whatever that shall be. See you!